All right, welcome back to another Senior Spotlight. Next, we have Emma Behnkendorf. Thanks for joining us, Emma.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start out first by, let's talk about the position that you typically play out on the soccer field and what your responsibility is when you're out there.
Yeah, so I play outside back, usually the left side, but my responsibility is to make sure no one gets behind me and then play the ball back up to our mids or our forwards to work up the field.
Okay, all right. So when you're out there and you get the ball, right? How do you decide whether you're going left or right?
I usually try and look at what the body language of the forward is that's coming towards me, but also I always keep my body open, so I see my center defender and I see my outside winger, and just who has more space, who has more time, where the pressure's coming in. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So we're wrapping it up. Senior year's almost done.
Yes.
How many days do you got left?
3.
3. How many classes do you have?
Only 2 classes.
And they are?
I'm in Fin Lit and Anatomy. So that's it for my schedule.
And what are your plans then for after you graduate and when you go to school next fall?
Yeah, so after I graduate, I'll be going to the University of Northern Iowa, and I'll be studying biology and taking a pre-dentistry route.
Okay. Wow. All right. Wow, that sounds
Very
challenging.
difficult for me.
How did you decide on that field to start with?
I decided I wanted to go into the medical field because I love science. I'm a big science anatomy person and really enjoyed AP Bio that I took, and I want to be in a profession where I could assist others and help others with the gifts that I was given. So I decided I wanted to be a dentist and go into the medical field so I can serve others.
Okay. Well, speaking of gifts you've been given, I think you have some other activities you've been involved in at high school, haven't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell people about that a little bit?
Okay, so I'm involved in choir and show choir and jazz choir and the musical and large group speech and just about anything that has to do with singing and performing. It's a huge part of who I am, and I love being on this team because I get both sides, where I get to sing and perform on stage and have that friend group, and then I get to come play on the field and have this friend group. It's the best of both worlds.
So when I asked you if you were nervous, and you really weren't, because you've been performing in front of a lot of people for a long time.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think being on stage and being on the soccer field teach me so many things about being a well-rounded person, and I just give all my thanks to James and these players out here that helped me be the person I am.
Yeah, that's great.
So do you have a favorite song that gets you ready to go when you get to play, or do you just kind of sing one out to yourself?
I would say we have a really good team playlist. It's usually just 2000s, 2010s pop hits, and
That's more our era, Charles.
I know. You would think it would be rap or something, but we're 2010s pop hits. Yeah.
Well, give us one. What's one? Maybe we'll know it.
Oh, geez. Oh, gosh, I don't know. Super Bass is always a good one. Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
It's always a good
Don't
one.
know it.
I don't know that.
Sorry.
one.
We listen to a lot of Pitbull. Just any of his songs.
Yeah.
Those are on repeat.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I
That's
think that's
fair.
right, yeah. Heard of him.
Let's go back to music or show choir or musical. What's been your most favorite performance that you've been a part of?
Oh, geez. I think my favorite performance I've ever been a part of was just last week, and yesterday even, we had our very last DCG Singers performance ever. So I was able to sing with my choir for the last time in my high school career, and it was so bittersweet. It was sad leaving the program, but we gave one heck of a performance, so I love being able to do that with my friends.
Yeah, that's cool. So then back to soccer. What's been your favorite soccer memory so far?
My favorite soccer memory so far is definitely, I think everyone's probably said this, the 3 state titles.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for it not to be your favorite, but I loved being welcomed with open arms onto this team as a freshman and kind of flying under the radar and seeing how the seniors were handling everything. And it's been so rewarding to be a part of this team for 3 years and now be the senior that's like helping all the underclassmen and welcoming everyone onto the team and being the senior that they need me to be.
Yeah, that's great.
When did your soccer career start? Like, it sounds like you're a very busy person with
I am a
everything
very
you've got.
busy person.
So when did your soccer career start, and how did it go from there?
So I started playing soccer when I was about 2 or 3, started grass kickers, and it was super fun. It was my journey came through Menace. I played for VSA up until I moved to Grimes, and then I started playing for Menace, and then went back to VSA, so that was my soccer journey.
Yeah,
Well
excellent.
traveled.
That's right. All right. So, have you had your graduation party yet?
Not yet.
Okay. And so it's coming up.
Yes.
And if we asked your mom or dad, how much you've been involved in the preparation for it, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being fully involved, what would they say?
I think they would say I'm at a 7 because I still have a lot to do.
Okay.
I will admit I have a little bit to do to get there, but I've been doing a lot of the decorating and planning and putting pictures together and getting all the things to lay on my tables and
Excellent.
yeah.
Good. So what is either the food that you had to have at your graduation party, or what's your favorite food that you like to eat when you're going to a graduation party?
Okay, I would say pulled pork is always a good one to have. I'm having build your own nacho bar because we didn't want to put all the toppings on, and then if people didn't like the toppings, So we left it up to everyone to decide what they want on it. But yeah.
All right. Great.
So, very long soccer career, sounds like, when you started when you were 3. What advice or what would you say to young girls coming up in the DCG program? What is so great about being part of DCG soccer and what that culture is like and why you've stuck with it for so long?
Absolutely. I think the culture about DCG soccer is the thing about this team that makes us such a well-rounded team, is that we play for each other. And you can tell on the field and off the field, there's really strong connections on the team, and everyone is so welcoming. That's one thing I really love too, is when freshmen and sophomores and whoever else is being added onto the roster, everyone welcomes with open arms. So I think that's one huge blessing that I've loved being a part of this team about, is everyone is a team. We all love each other. And a piece of advice I would give to younger girls coming into the DCG soccer program is give it all you got. Like, you're never going to regret putting yourself out there. You're never going to regret meeting others and, putting yourself out there and giving it all you got.
Well, I think that's really good advice for all of us, Charles.
Yes, I
Emma, thank you for joining us tonight. We wish you all the best as you finish up the season
Thank
and the
you.
school year. And, next year at UNI, we wish you all the best.
Thanks so much.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for having me.
Well,
Go Mustangs.
go Mustangs.